Well, good morning, everyone. It is 6 a.m. here in Louisville, but it is much later in the morning in Rome. We're taking a live look at the Sistine Chapel right now. And just a moment ago, black smoke was pouring from the top of the Sistine Chapel, indicating the second vote for a new pope has been taken and that no pope has been chosen. That means that the cardinals who are there inside the Sistine Chapel can continue to take votes today, up to 3 more votes for the day, and then they'll continue on for several days until they elect a new pope.
And this is not abnormal for this process to take a long time. Francis was voted in on the 5th ballot. Before that, it usually takes between 3 and 14. So this is going to be a very long process that we continue to watch. But that's the latest from Rome. Here in Kentuckiana, we just want to say good morning to you, everybody. I'm Jim Stratman.
And I'm Grace McKenna. We're glad you're joining us here on your Thursday. And meteorologist Matt Breland has some stuff to tell us about, Matt, a little bit of a shower situation for today.
A shower situation indeed. Yes, we do have a rainy trend ahead for our Thursday, but the weekend looking great. We've got temperatures ranging into those lower 60s so far this morning. Calm winds over towards Bowman Field. We're at 58 degrees, but you'll notice sunrise starting to pop up just across downtown. But these clouds are going to really become more overcast as we head further on into our day. Temperatures so far this morning, we're ranging in between the upper 50s and the lower 60s. You'll notice across southern Indiana, 56 Bedford, 58 for you guys near Scottsburg. Further on into Kentucky, 59 Brandenburg, and 60 for you guys near Elizabethtown. Cloudy skies continuing to make their way into the Ohio Valley and these scattered showers. You'll notice that we do have an area of low pressure starting to develop across Missouri. This is going to create that cloudy and rainy trend for us as we go further on into our day. So these scattered showers still continuing across near Campbellsville. We're seeing those beginning to fade away around southern Indiana, but this is going to be the trend as we head throughout the day. We will have periods where we see these scattered showers stick around, and then we will have some brief periods where they're a bit on the quiet side. So this is going to be for all of our Thursday, and that's how our trend is looking for the next 12 hours. Expect cloudy skies and rain showers still to be around as we go throughout the later parts of the morning and throughout most of our afternoon. That's a quick check of the next 12 hours. More weather details coming up in just a little bit, but traffic-wise, here's how things are looking on those major interstates across Louisville. Whether you're headed north on I-65 or south, you're looking good to go. The only holdup that we really have is on the entry ramp to I-264. That's eastbound from I-65. There is a shoulder blocked just due to a stalled vehicle. Whenever that gets cleared away, we will let you know. Jim, Grace.
All right, Matt, thank you so much. A Louisville man convicted in a brutal triple assault near Baxter Avenue is set to be sentenced today. Court records show Matthew Thompson was found guilty of second-degree assault and complicity to fourth-degree assault after video showed him violently attacking 3 men outside a bar in 2020. One of the victims was left in critical condition and required multiple surgeries, including a prosthetic skull implant. In April, the jury recommended a 5-year sentence. Thompson is expected in court this morning at 9.
Authorities are investigating after a woman was shot to death in southern Jefferson County. The LMPD says it happened just after 4 yesterday afternoon. Police found that woman off Newport Road, which is just off of Fegenbush Lane. Now, she died at the scene. As of right now, no arrests have been made, but if you know anything that could help investigators, you're asked to call the LMPD tip line at 574-LMPD.
And Metro Police say an officer's split-second decision may have saved lives after a chaotic night in Camp Taylor.
An armed man, a family hiding, and a very tense standoff, all caught on body camera footage. WHAS11's Alex Dieter walks us through the footage just released by the department.
Let's go 3, shot 5.
The night of April 26th.
Where is your emergency?
Officers responded to reports of an intoxicated, argumentative man identified as Daniel Gish on Lincoln Avenue in the Camp Taylor neighborhood. Gish allegedly grabbed a gun from the home during an argument with his wife and shot the floor. Gunshots can be heard on the 911 call made by Gish's daughter.
Did he just shoot someone, ma'am?
The daughter, her mother, and her mother's friend taking cover inside the home, waiting for police to arrive.
We are in the bedroom. We are in my room.
When officers were on scene, Gish was in the driveway holding a gun to his head.
What's going on, man? Talk to me!
On LMPD Sergeant Chris Pedigo's body-worn camera footage, you can hear officers pleading with him to drop the gun.
Do me a favor. Drop it for me, man. No! Drop it for me, man. No! Please!
He was visibly distraught during this engagement, and others were still hiding inside of the house.
Pedigo led that charge, getting Gish's wife and her friend out.
What's going on? I want everyone out of this house now. Come on.
My daughter.
Okay, it's okay. Go that way. Go that way.
Pettigo then entered the house to get the daughter to safety. Gish then re-entered the house armed with a gun. Pettigo told him to drop the gun. When Gish refused, Pettigo shot him once in the wrist, knocking the gun out of his hand.
Radio to 629, they want to know if self-inflicted.
No, ma'am, it's not me.
Gish was taken to U of L Hospital and was released Tuesday. He's in custody at Metro Corrections, charged with wanton endangerment of a police officer in the first degree. Alex Dieterer, WHAS11 on your side.
Sergeant Pettigo, the officer who fired that shot, is now on paid administrative leave. That is per LMPD's policies.
Reaction to the two men who could lead JCPS is already pouring in. The district announced Brian Yearwood and Ben Schuldener as its two finalists for the superintendent position. The community will get a chance to meet both of them later this month. Some local leaders tell us they're reserving judgment until then.
When I look at both of them, and you're talking about turning, some of the issues that the district's facing. I mean, from both candidates had a track record of improving attendance, literacy scores.
I would love that we could choose someone that's a top choice as opposed to a second or third choice that hasn't made the cut in other districts. That obviously is going to be a concern.
Republican lawmakers like Senator Lindsey Titchener there say if this pick doesn't yield academic improvements for JCPS, they're looking to take action on a state level. You'll have your chance to meet the finalists soon. Final interviews are set for May 20th and include two sessions with the community. The first is from 4 to 6 at the JCPS Center for Professional Learning off of Newburgh Road. The second session is the same night from 7 to 9 at Stouffer Elementary in eastern Jefferson County.
Park Duval Community Health Centers is breaking ground on a brand new community food center today. It says the new space is aimed at improving health and wellness across Louisville. The center will feature an indoor farmers market, a food pantry, training kitchen, and even an event space. It'll also connect healthcare providers, pharmacists, and nutrition resources through a Food is Medicine initiative. The ceremony is set for 3 o'clock this afternoon on Wilson Avenue, which is just off of Algonquin Parkway.